By the end of this lesson, you should be able to multiply and divide decimals in less than 2 minutes. You need to use this trick here so that you can achieve that. And the trick, of course, says we change the decimals to whole numbers, then we multiply them, and then we return back the decimals. But how do we do this? Let me show you. Let us say we are given a decimal number like 5.24. Then we are told to multiply it with another decimal number, which is 2.4. The first step from the trick is to change the decimals to whole numbers. So we change the decimal number 5.24 to a whole number, then 2.4 also to a whole number. Let's start with 5.24. So 5.24, I just need to count the number of decimals it has, then 1, 2. It has 2 decimals. So, because it has 2 decimals, I'll multiply it with 100 to change it to a whole number, because when I move this decimal here and count 2 steps, it will be outside the number, meaning the number has become a whole number. So, it will be equal to 524. Then, I do the same for 2.4. So, 2.4 becomes, I count first step, I count the number of decimals, and in this case it is only 1. So I multiply it with 10, because when I multiply it with 10, this decimal will move here, and it means it will be outside the number. So now the number will be 24, which is a whole number. So now I have the two numbers, just whole numbers, 124 and 24. Then from there, I need to take 524 and multiply with the 24, which is the second step from the trick. So to do so, I need to take 524 and multiply with 24, like that. So I start 4 multiplied by this 4, it will be 16. So I write 6, carry 1. That one, I put it there. And then from there, I take 4 multiplied by this 2, which is 8, plus this 1, which is 9. So it becomes 9. And then the next one is 4 multiplied by 5, which is 20. So it becomes 29.6 for the first multiplication 4 with 524. But we need to repeat the same with this 2. We multiply 524 with 2. So I start with 2 multiplied by 4, which is 8. So now it becomes 8. Then again, 2 multiplied by 2, which is 4. Remember this 1 was for 4 multiplied by 4, which was 16. Then we carried 1. So in this case, the second multiplication, we are not carried 1. So I don't need this 1 for now. So after that, I take 2 multiplied by 5, which is 10. So now it becomes 1048. Then from there, I just do the normal addition. So 6 plus 0 is 6. Then 9 plus 8 is 17. So I write 7. I carry 1. Then that one I've carried, I put it there. Then from there, 0 plus 4 is 4 plus 1, which is 5. Then 2 plus 0 is 2. And then 1 plus 0 is 1. So now we have 12,576. So 524 multiplied by 24 is 12,576. But our original question was a decimal question, not a whole number question. This was the original question. So to get back our answer in decimal, we need now to go to the third step in the trick, which is return the decimals. But what did we do to get those decimals? To remove those decimals, we multiplied with 100 here, because it had 2 decimal places, and then we multiplied with 10 here, because it had 1 decimal place. So now from there, I need to take that 100 I multiplied here, I multiplied with the 10, which I multiplied in 2.4, which now becomes 100 multiplied by 10 is 1000. So now I have 1000. And then from there, I need to take this answer here, which we got from the whole numbers, which is 12,576, and divide it with 1000. and to divide it the 1000, it just means the way we were counting decimals forward from left to right, now I need to count those decimals from right to left. 3 of them because we have 3 zeros. So 1, 2, 3. So I count 3 decimals there. So it will be 1, 2, 3. Then I put 10 decimals there. Then from there, of course, that becomes the answer for 5.24 multiplied by 2.4. So the trick is change the decimals to whole numbers, multiply them, then return the decimals. And I've shown you how you do that. Let us now try division. The trick is the same, only that now it changes from multiplication to division. So we still change the decimals to whole numbers, and now instead of multiplying, we divide, and then we return the decimals. So let's say, for example, if we have a number like this, 8.46 divided by 0.4, first step, as usual, is to change them to whole numbers. How do we do that? We count the number of decimals we have in this number. In this case, we have 2 of them, so it is 1, 2. We multiply with 100, and it becomes 846 because the decimals moved all the way to here. Then from there, we do the same with 0.4. So 0.4, we count the number of decimal places is just 1, so we multiply it with 10, and the answer becomes 4. So from there, we have our numbers, which are 846 and 4. So we divide them. So now it becomes 846 divided by 4. We do the long division, but we can take this 8 divided by 4 is 2. And from there, of course, 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. So I take 8 minus 8, which is 0. Then I move this 4 down here, and then I take this 4 divided by this 4 is 1. Then 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. So I move it there. So 4 minus 4 is 0. Then I move this 6 here. Then I take 6 divided by 4. 4 only goes to 6 one time. And then 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. So I get 6 minus 4 is 2. But 2 cannot go with 4. So what I do is I put a decimal there, and then I add a 0 here. So now it becomes 20. But 20 goes to 4 5 times. So it becomes 5, and then 4 multiplied by this 5 is 20. Then 20 minus 20 is 0. Then meaning our 846 divided by 4 is 211.5. But remember, this is the answer for the whole numbers. Our question was a decimal question, not a whole number question. And this was the original question. But what did we do to change these ones to whole numbers? The first thing we did is we multiplied 8.46 with 100 to change it to a whole number. So what I need to do is I take that 100, I multiplied it here, then I divide it, this division is this one, and divide it with the 10 I multiplied it here. So it becomes 100 divided by 10, which is equals to 10. Now I have the 10, then I need to take this answer, which is 211.5, and divide it with the 10 I got here. So now it becomes, because it is division, I move 1 decimal place to the right, to the left, and it becomes 21.15. So that's how we do division and multiplication of decimal numbers. The whole point is change the decimals to numbers, and whether you are dividing or multiplying, then do that and return the decimals.